This is a little bit of satire. Sarcasm can be biblical, remember. It can be a serrated edge, so you've got to be very, very careful how you slice it. But satire and sarcasm can be effectively used if used wisely. This is a list of 12 things a congregation should never do for its pastor. You know, the guy who's uprooted his family, moved away from home and familiar surroundings to be your shepherd and to serve you. Don't do any of these things for the guy, because it might end up encouraging him. Now, this is, Adrian, this is how we're going to do this. This is a long list.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, so we're gonna, this is a little something that we used to do in church when we used to have choirs. Do you know what a choir is? A group of people that actually sing for the congregation on their behalf, usually 4-part harmonies.
Okay.
They used to wear robes. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment right now. They used to do antiphonal singing. So if in the church you had 2 little choir lofts, they'd sing back and forth, kind of bing, bing, back. Now that can be done liturgically also, where the minister says something and the congregation responds.
Yes.
We're going to do antiphonal.
Okay.
I'll read one, you read one.
All right.
Would you like odd or even?
Even.
Wanted the even one. Fine. Here we go. The top 12 things a congregation should not do to their pastor. Read away, Adrian.
Don't be vulnerable to the pastor's
Wait,
preaching.
just hold on. You're talking like me.
I'm trying to get into that microphone.
Be Adrian. Read it.
Don't be vulnerable to the pastor's preaching or think about what he has told you. Don't take notes. Don't meditate on it. Don't discuss it with friends. Try to maintain an aloof stance. Don't let him get to you.
The pastors love that. See that? Well, sarcasm, you don't do that because it might actually, invigorate him. Don't do this to your pastor. Number 11, don't tell him when God has done a work of grace in your heart through his ministry. Too much encouragement, he might try to do it again. Number 10, Adrian.
When he asks for help or for volunteers to do a ministry or take a missions trip, don't respond. Don't even pray about it. Don't even get close. When he mentions the word evangelism, develop theological problems with the very idea.
You are going to find your pastor skipping to work if you don't do that. Number 9, that's an odd, so it's me. When he calls for a prayer meeting, put that at the bottom of the priority list. Don't bother showing up. Come on. I mean, I guess everything is preordained anyway. Yeah, and so is prayer. So get praying. Now, here's something you don't want to do for your pastor.
When he says or does something that offends or upsets you, tell everybody else. Make sure that you don't tell him until he has heard from the others that you have told, and then tell him that you agree with them. Every once in a while, send him a complaining anonymous letter.
Make sure that it's anonymous, because I can just tell you from experience that just makes your heart sing. Number 7 thing you shouldn't do for your pastor: when you hear the other people complaining about the preacher of the church, don't rebuke them. Don't worry about repeating the slander to anyone else. It must be true. They wouldn't be talking about it, because nobody ever gossips in church. Don't do this for your pastor.
When you see the pastor is tired and becoming overwhelmed, don't mention days off, vacation, rest, or sabbatical. He might be unspiritual enough to take you up on it.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I think we get the point.